Welcome to Iraqi Dinar RV, your reliable hub for currency news and market movement. Welcome back to Iraqi Dinar RV, your reliable source for timely updates, strategic insights, and comprehensive analysis on the evolving landscape of the Iraqi Dinar, IQD, and Vietnamese Dong, VND. Whether you're a seasoned currency investor or someone newly stepping into this dynamic world of foreign exchange potential, today's report could prove to be a pivotal chapter in your journey. If you've been following this movement with patience and perseverance, waiting for that one undeniable signal of change, this moment may finally be here. Recent developments, both behind closed doors and out in the open, are painting a compelling picture, one of preparation, transformation, and possibly the long-anticipated revaluation that could alter the global currency terrain. Signs of a shift. Financial institutions begin quiet preparations. In a move generating significant buzz within currency circles, reports suggest that Wells Fargo, one of the most prominent banks in the United States, is quietly preparing for a possible currency revaluation involving both IQD and VND. Although no official statements have been issued, multiple well-placed sources within the financial sector indicate that the bank is training staff, upgrading exchange systems, and quietly laying the groundwork for large-scale currency conversions. These preparations are not isolated. Rumors are surfacing that other major institutions, including Chase, Citibank, and HSBC, are making similar adjustments. If accurate, this could be the strongest indication yet that a coordinated shift is underway. Could 2025 finally be the year when years of speculation meet reality? The growing evidence makes that possibility harder to ignore. Behind the curtain, technological upgrades and exchange readiness. Internal systems at select banks are reportedly undergoing significant upgrades. Enhanced digital platforms, specialized currency desks, and new exchange protocols are being implemented quietly but purposefully. Furthermore, currency codes for the Iraqi Dinar and Vietnamese Dong, absent from some platforms for extended periods, are beginning to reappear on international banking networks and pre-market trading systems. These are not speculative rumors alone. The technological infrastructure being put in place strongly suggests that financial institutions are bracing for potential increases in demand for foreign exchange services related to these two currencies. This kind of internal momentum typically precedes major policy or economic shifts. Iraq and Vietnam step into the economic spotlight. While the financial sector gears up, the countries at the core of this story, Iraq and Vietnam, are also making substantial progress. In Iraq, major economic reforms are starting to bear fruit. With foreign currency reserves reportedly exceeding $100 billion, a stable budget, and a renewed push for foreign investment, Iraq is demonstrating its ability to support a more valuable dinar. Infrastructure projects, international trade agreements, and improvements in governmental transparency are bolstering confidence in the country's financial trajectory. Vietnam, on the other hand, continues its rapid transformation into a global manufacturing and technology hub. Strategic alliances with economic powers like the United States and European Union, along with reforms aimed at bringing its financial sector in line with global standards, are positioning the Vietnamese Dong for a potential upward shift in value. Vietnam's growing middle class, strong export economy, and political stability make it an increasingly attractive prospect for investors and economists alike. Trusted analysts. Sound the alarm. The time is now. Some of the most consistent voices in this space, such as Frank26 and Mark Z, have released statements reinforcing the growing consensus that a major change may be closer than ever. Mark Z, known for his deep dives into currency movement, mentioned recently that he had seen pre-market platforms showing speculative exchange rates of $4,000 for IQD and $89 for VND. Though these numbers are speculative and unconfirmed, their appearance in back-end financial platforms is drawing serious attention. Frank26 added fuel to the fire by suggesting that the quiet involvement of top-tier banks signals a possible alignment with a broader global monetary strategy, one that could include components of an international financial reset. These insights, coming from long-time observers and analysts, are lending weight to the idea that this may no longer be a theoretical outcome, but a developing reality. What a revaluation could mean for the global economy. If this revaluation unfolds as anticipated, the effects could ripple far beyond individual investors. A stronger dinar could help stabilize Iraq's economy, attract foreign capital, and spur job creation. For Vietnam, a rising dong might enable the country to compete more directly with China and other manufacturing heavyweights, enhancing its global economic influence. On a macro level, a successful IQD and VND revaluation might even challenge the dominance of the US dollar as the primary global reserve currency, shifting international trade dynamics and geopolitical alliances. Some economists believe it could be one of the foundational changes leading to a more multipolar financial world. Staying smart. How to prepare without falling for hype. While these developments are exciting, it's critical to remain grounded and proceed with caution. Currency revaluations are incredibly complex, often hinging on political stability, international agreements, and economic fundamentals. Here are 3 smart steps you can take right now. 1. Stay informed. Follow experienced, reliable analysts with a track record of accurate reporting. Avoid social media hype and stick with vetted sources of financial information. 2. Be logistically ready. Open accounts with potential exchange banks such as Wells Fargo, HSBC, or Chase. Make sure your documentation is current, your currencies are stored safely, and your legal paperwork is in order. 3. Beware of scams. Moments of anticipation attract fraudulent schemes. Only deal with verified institutions and avoid individuals or organizations that promise unrealistic returns or secret access. Above all, practice patience. Monumental shifts like this take time, but readiness can make all the difference when the moment arrives. Final thoughts. On the edge of a new era. We may be standing on the threshold of one of the most profound financial shifts of our time. For many, this journey has been about more than currency. It's been about resilience, belief in transformation, and a desire to take part in something bigger than themselves. If you're holding IQD or VND, this may be your moment to step forward with clarity and purpose. Whether or not the revaluation happens tomorrow, the progress we're witnessing, on both the banking and economic fronts, cannot be ignored. Iraq and Vietnam have shown resilience and growth, and now the world may be on the verge of recognizing their progress with a new level of financial respect. If you found this update valuable, we encourage you to like, share, and subscribe to our community. Let us know your thoughts. How are you preparing for what could be a transformative event in global finance? The next chapter could be the one that changes everything. Until then, stay alert, stay grounded, and stay ready.